Yo, it's been 5,000 years, but UFO 50 is finally over. So I figured with that, as discussed last stream, it's probably time to play this game that was given to me like half a year ago by local moderator Gruselgurk. Never actually played it, but I've watched a significant amount of it. Hope that's enough to, like, carry me through. Now, admittedly, since I'm playing on laptop, I know Peggle is usually a game that you play with mouse, but I don't know, I'm on laptop. I don't know, is there something that'll allow me to, like, have my scroll wheel? I've heard that that's pretty important. Hockey's being crazy and went to overtime too. You'll have to leave after the intermission. Vegas scored 4 goals in 6 minutes. Had a 4-0 lead with 13 minutes left. Okay, so things are going crazy is what it sounds like. And then a 4-3 lead with 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Ain't no way. And Carolina tied 4-4. Anyway, I grew sugar. Yeah, so since we just started, we don't get to have anyone else, do we? Yeah. Ball it in, we need more ball work. What's that, round drill? And spin venter. Yeah, we aren't allowed to use any of them. We have to unlock them. I'm so used to watching, mainly, what's his name, Mouse Master. I'm too used to seeing 3 unique relics here instead of just one. I feel so lonely here. He's like long since done A20 with everyone. Yeah, like, give me that. We're fighting the mole. You're glad I finally get to experience your ex-girlfriend in your favorite part-time in Peglin. Okay, it seems like we can use D-pad for the equivalent of tap aim. I don't know if there's a way to do a scroll wheel on just a laptop, at least reliably. How'd I get a rainbow slime on my first ever floor in this game? That's crazy. I'm just that good. Pride Month special. There we go. I'm also not used to the game moving that slowly. Can we get like some bomb detonation? So far the answer to that's no. Dagger does very little damage as a regular attack, but is incredibly strong on crits. If you don't think you can hit a crit, discard by using garbage icon. What's garbage map to? Circle. You're about to ask if I could please increase speed. You're welcome. Can I get like a straight vertical? Not exactly. There we go. Unfortunately, that's the end of the stage, so we don't actually get to collect much of that money besides what we take on the way out. Bro killed the gay slum in Pride Month. Shit, you're right. However, this does mean that I got the gay achievement in Pride Month. I want to just say ball lightning because ball lightning is ball lightning. Oh, and only just notice the square button. That's how we go over to check our relics. You're not gonna lie? Just going off of vibes with these balls. You have no idea what the good ones are? I only vaguely. I'm mildly baffled that the button tooltips are showing duplicate buttons. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna head right, get a chest, possibly fight an elite. Probably not shopping because I'm broke. Question marks. Guaranteed chest midway through. Mean chest is a chest and I can get an elite. Yeah, I just didn't spend too much time looking at the map. That's for after we bother getting through the first combat. You can take fights down or take question marks down. Guaranteed chest a second elite. So probably like right first, then like zigzag down to the left. Taking the relatively safe shot. Get 3 max health whenever an orb's anti-deck or spin faction. Well, I've only got 5 orbs, so I'm probably going to be adding more, but poison is also just like baseline great. But there's other ways to get it. Spin faction. Spin faction's really strong early on. Yeah, I have a feeling that's like an Act 1 winner. Kind of like a refilibuster. I can't remember how much default Peglin gets access to spin faction outside of Grubby. Like, he still gets orbs like Double and Toil Trouble. Without any ways to go for extra bomb detonations. Don't really have a goal in mind with the minigame. Okay, so that's how we change targets, L1, R1. And those glyphs are showing up correctly. Don't want to detonate bombs immediately. Yeah, save some for later. It's pretty easy since we got a starting bomb baton. Don't want to detonate bombs immediately, goes on to detonate bombs. Hey, we got plenty extra. And I mean, you want to have them primed too, don't you? Bonk. Math is my passion. It's true. Well, there's some infectious sting, so yeah, other poison does exist. Yeah, what do you upgrade to? Yeah, just zap additional. Yeah, you don't get more damage until level 3. Poison Bill GG. You were the spinfaction. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4. No damage increase, just poison increase. Hockey's back on. You'll leave the stream out. You don't know how much you'll talk till someone scores. Well, feel free to keep me posted on this insane hockey arc. Now, I don't want to bloat the deck too much. That's something that you learn from deck builders. But I've also only got like 5 orbs, so pretty sure Spinfectious is just like a straight value. Insatiable greed. Fortunately, Bomb Baton has put a bomb right in my Minotaur horn. Can we just like nudge this? There we go. Sort of hoping that would bank downwards into an R, but whatever. And we get more pegs over here. Things may be going poorly. Big ouchie. Crash Bandicoot ass music. Perfectly dancing around the crit peg. I'd still be taking damage from that anyway. Yeah, I can kind of hear the Crash Bandicoot in this. We take the breadsticks and run. By the way, nice coin count. What's our map look like? Possibility of heals in the future, especially considering we have ordinary combats. Love my damage dealer. Second ball lightning. Second infectious sting. We're going all in poison. Attack supply 1 exploitable or 2 1 crit. 2 additional. Or grinding Monstera. You'd buy a second sting because you like stacking spin. Well, I mean, I do enjoy playing Silent. I still haven't touched Regent because I'm still playing Silent. Better outcome than anticipated. Hold on. Fresh perspective, short fuse, and pocket sand. Ooh. Don't have refresh synergy just yet, but I mean, I'm gonna be refreshing boards anyway, but enemies just whiffing their attacks is like, yum. Now the problem arises that I don't actually know how to get a quote-unquote guaranteed shot to the right. Certainly not that way. We're taking it. Now the exact same issue arises. Okay, good. That's the way I wanted to go. Trees and spiders. I know spiders only attack on down turns. Okay, I was wondering if that was going to count as an upturn or a downturn. Okay, we'd like to get to the bombs in the bottom right. GLHF. Hi, Jupiter News. And thank you. Well, we certainly got to them. Bonk. How are you doing on this evening, Mr. Noose? Expertly avoiding all of the grinding Monstera pegs. Bonk. Deal exactly 1 damage. Look at the poison. Yeah. Okay, I thought I was about to fall into the fire for my greed. Pegging? Yes. Hi, Bridget. Also. Okay, we got there. Leave an enemy with just 1 health point. We're doing a little trolling. We can't nudge that, can we? No. You want him to experience the joys of pegging. Bonk. That seemed a bit excessive, 70 for that guy on 1 health. Hey, I had no clue, no guarantee I was going to detonate a bomb. We're gonna live and we're gonna learn. Like that one hedgehog game. Vegas scored after that. All that comeback, Carolina still lost. Damn. Splat. Go for ice circle, level 2. Three, 6. And Pierce. AoE is something we do be lacking. Poor. Plus 2. This game looks fun, having never heard of it before. Ooh, sand arrows. But yeah, it's a Peggle roguelike. Decent money. It's this dude again. Well, this time we have Infectious Sting and we have crit on the horns. And we hit refresh, so we can roll the horns again. They put another refresh on the horns. That being said, bro's not going to survive this poison, so I think we just greed. Cash money. I only just noticed that the pitch of the select sound varies based on where you are in your orb list. Dives of cringe. That's Disinfection at work. I'll take the safety heal because I'm a little coward. Oh, each crit triggered for projectile attacks causes them to pierce an additional enemy. Whenever a crit's triggered, gain 10 ball illusion. Well, so far this is not a crit synergy build, and it's especially not because I passed up on 2 extra crit pegs earlier. So I think I'm just going to be the healthiest man alive. It doesn't matter which way we go at all, so let's just greed. Let's throw that out. Admittedly not what I was hoping for, but we got the plant out of there. Me when I'm playing Belatra. Carolina went through all that comeback shit just to score on them. How they do that? The 1-0 was also an own goal. It's disgusting. It's just sad, is what it sounds like. Bonk. Alright, time to farm. Bonk. Splat. Well, there's Toil and Trouble. You lied, the 2-0 was the own goal, not the 1-0. Whatever, same difference. More targeting might be nice. kinda not mattering which way we go, so... Alright, we got 2. Strange mirror. Which mirror is this again? Duplicate all orbs, duplicate random orb. Did I 100% UFO 50 already? You say already as if it hasn't been half a year. But yes, I did 100% UFO 50 last stream, which you can see now on my YouTube, which I don't actually have linked on this channel anywhere. My bad. Yeah, no, I finally completed both Avianos and Valbrace last stream. Tight. Thanks. Of course it hit my level 1 Dag Orb. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? I'm going to toss that because I have no crits in range. But what's this about last year? I started UFO 50 like last October. So it's been like 7 months of UFO gaming. Ouch. Let me just take the safety. Yeah, no wonder my refresh is all buried over there. Whoa, it's the Piders from TTYD. I'll take your word for it. You live this. Your life ends one shot from now. Best of 4 Werb. Duplicator, Two's Company. Another infectious sting? Probably not. How many are in my bag? I know that's just a nice one. Still trying not to dilute too hard. Pain. Was it worth it for a +1? Probably not. I'm pretty sure we don't want to hit the tree, so I kind of think I want to discard for my foot that I just bought. Okay, stay over there, I guess. Okay, he does still get my circle. Wasn't sure if that was a crucible thing. Wispy Woods of Wishes, he had 999 health. True. Once more throwing that away so I can use my targeted. I was hoping for mildly more hits than that. Right, approach me, loser. Alright, your life ends one turn from now. Defeat Avogadro. Swaldorb? I don't know, we do have Refresh Perspective in Best Foot. Let's see, 4-3. 6-4. Yeah, this just, yeah, plus 20. More damage, too. I'm a little miser, so I'm going to hold off. Let's see. Gain 5 Spiness, but boards at 1 less refresh. Every peg gets upgraded, but all attacks are -4, -4. All orbs are +2, +0, but 1 less crit. Gain 3 ball imps, but -1 orb discards. Chat, do these all suck? It's Crucible, none at all, so theoretically Unpretentious might just be fine. Theoretically. We'll roll with it. It's a Ballista boss. What's poppin'? Pegs are what's poppin'. Of course, we go into immediate Nightline. And all of my things that are better with crits are at the top. Hi, Jimbo. Dodging the crit like a champ. At least we got rid of that shield. Alright, good. Now all that poison goes onto that guy. Who doesn't crumple because White Mage heals, but you hate those shields? Quite understandable. Almost like that are what we took the ability to pierce for. Can I? Not really. White Mage Final Fantasy. Something like that. There we go. It's got the White Mage hood combined with the Black Mage Eyes of Unseeing. Evil Void Cloak hood. I don't think I want any of these. I think I want to just bolster what I have. Any shops around here? There is. Right into the Orbosi. D-pad. We're going over here now. Yeah, 2 things I don't care about, and also Circe. Circe? Fell for it again, award. We're definitely taking the extra fights. And suspiciously fake Peglin. would have went for the two elites. What do you think I was trying to do, sir? Try better. Man. Man. Tossing that, going straight for this infectious. Excellent. Dust boot. And all is as it should be. Right, that's what I thought. I don't trust concentrication because I've seen too many times of where it just doesn't actually bounce when it's supposed to. Bigger boot. As seen in SpongeBob the movie. Somehow I hit that one as well. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've been scammed. We fall into the Nike swoosh. We get legally lower damage, but it's also more poison. Bonk. Getting rid of this plant so it stops harassing me from backline. Sadly, not lethal. This is Restorb. Mildly late, but I mean it is still only midway through Act 2. Drinking the juice. We abandon all hope of a Shampi who enter here. We attempt the world's worst bank shot. Give me the bribe. Well, we got the crit we gave away from Unpretentious Pendant back. I want to just go to the left because that's like free extra combat. Okay, we're detonating an unexpectedly high amount of bombs with that one. Trying in vain to hit any of my grinding Monstera pegs. Now it's bigger boot. What's in the box? All lords have Echo 10, where every 4 shots gets 1 multi-ball. Why does the tooltip for Echo not have a period at the end of it? Ooh, the duplicate altar? We're just gonna keep clogging our deck with these dag orbs, aren't we? Wait, whoops. Go ahead, eat my stones. I don't want them. Oh, that wasn't a duplicate altar, that was a remove altar. So, we took away 1 dag orb and upgraded our other dag orb. Things are fine, I guess. It was still the illusion of choice, however. We don't have eyes on a crit anywhere, do we? Of course I say that and we hit one anyway. Cash. Alright. Decent combat. Alright, so this guy just inflicts confuse on us, so now we're here just to suffer. Thank God we got Spinfaction for this guy. Yeah. GL, this game looks dope. Hi, Manto. It's definitely a pretty interesting one. I'm assuming that this is your first time seeing it then, also. There we go, Spinfaction primed. Fortunately, oh no, we hit the bomb, so all that damage is not going into the bucket, man. Gonna toss that. Somehow avoid every single bomb on the field. Get these janitors out of my face. Just waiting for more to spawn before they attack. Smart play. You could say that. Toss that. So we can stack more Spinfection. And he's down. Defeat the Ballista Militia. See, Cannonball, Reorbitizer, Cirque, and Coban Orb. Good fight? Yeah. This particular juncture, I don't think I care about any of that. Actually, what's Cannonball again? It's the one that applies passive damage over time, slimes. Actually, that one's pretty decent, isn't it? Especially at V3. Guys just standing there while you walk away. Hey, they're just here to be they're just the janitors. Projectile attacks pierce 2 additional enemies, but bombs deal 75% less damage and self-damage. I do have a lot of projectile attacks, but I also have a decent amount of targeted ones. Then we're just going to take a leaf. Dust Boot. Going to actually use my best foot forward buff peg. If I recall correctly, these big purple slimes get like double buffs, but they also get double debuffs, which is why he's currently sitting at 13 poison. Actually firing Restore. And let's be on our way. That's the Dark Knights. Can I hit that? Yes, give me the extra spinfection. Well, that's just sad. We are sucked into the void. Which simply ends the shot right there. And KO. This orb's affected by my circle spiness imbalance 2 times. Guess what? I've got literally none of those. Okay, now where are we actually going? Hit an elite down there and a shop. So we could head left, get the chest. And finagle our way down the middle or the left. Get this elite, this chest. Then head over there. I think I like the sound of that. Assuming I can actually, like, get over there. Because I'm pretty sure if you get sucked into a black hole, you just get a random nav. Oh yeah, surely that's not going to bounce me off. Tasks for this game specifically must be insane. I don't know if such a thing exists. Anyway, there's a weather vane, so we're legally required to attack it. I don't make the rules. Unless we have a projectile attack, which just goes, like, the usual way. Forward. But our targets are forced to go towards the weather vane. Also use me as reflect damage. But they only reflect physical. So like if you hit them with like a target, I'm pretty sure they just don't reflect anything. Seven hit point Mafia. Right, we procced both of the grinding Mobstera. I think I'm mostly satisfied with my deck as it is. I don't know, we could take one more of these. More targeting. But we also have like a shop to save up for. Sure. If seeded runs are a thing, you could see a task happening. Pretty sure they're real. Battle starts 10 extra gold. Orb and Relic battle rewards contain an additional option. Legally speaking, we already have an additional option. This will bump us to 5, and I don't know if we really need that. Whoops. It wasn't letting me scroll back. Scroll back to the relics. Guess we're not taking molten gold then. Man, this dude. Where are we going? No clue. This is a duplicator. Well, I can duplicate the best foot forward. I think I'll dupe that for the extra AoE. Okay, can I get out of this alive? Yes. Ah, it's the ghost. I don't think this is an issue considering we have 5 million to refresh, buddy. Oops. Okay, can we start getting like the actual pegs on the board, please? Yeah, something like that. Winning this entirely through Spinfaction. Nice whiff, loser. When applying negative status effects to an enemy, increase the amount by 1. Projectile target is split between original attack and additional attack, hitting the furthest enemy, or just 30 pegs hit, turn it into bomb. Well, I mean, I'm applying darkness, and I'm also applying Spinfaction. What's in the box? Pumpkin pie or knife's edge. With my current health, I think it simply has to be pumpkin pie. You can kind of just like shoot the spiral on this one. And we get out of times 2. Which means this fight's basically over. Ouchie. Schwarp. Somehow hitting 10 coins in that shot. Ah, it's a big bomb guy. Admittedly not keeping enough of an eye on duplication station. I could have duplicated Ice Circle. Imagine that. Through the fire and flames. Through the fire and flames. Waiting for this so that we can get more Pierce. For exactly that reason. Firing that for the sweet, sweet money. I'm not applying like literally any positive statuses to myself. So I think legally speaking it must be the gato. Ouch. Ouch. And get me out of here. What do you have for us? Salt Orb, Pebble, literally free. Enemy take 2 times damage from the spin effect. I think legally speaking I just have to take that. I mean Ambi. So can discard twice. Get you out of this and I'll push the button. What's this? What's this? What's this? A trick with a twist. Well, I mean, I have Leaf the rest for later, so I think that cookie might actually be. Just in case, I was still concerned about my living situation. Waterfall. Choke mod. More spin infection. Which, I mean, we're fighting Bomberman, so... Yeah, I didn't think we were going to win the chest minigame. So anyway, it's Minesweeper. That's the joke. So I'm pretty sure it just refreshes our green, crits are yellow, and bombs are red. The need to know information. I think that's the first time we've triggered Pumpkin Pie this entire run. And the second time. Ouch. Minesweeper, but you play with auto click around. Something like that. Tossing that because we have Duplicato. Go my damage over time poison slimes. Inflicts 40 spinfection on a single enemy. Also defeat the Super Sapper. But that is game. It's a 3-act thing. Win the game once on each class and something new might happen. I'm pretty sure that's Act 4, where I'm not prepared for Act 4. New character? I'm assuming it's round rule since we went with full poison build. It shows us take a shot every time a roguelike has 3 acts. True. Campanella 3, or not Campanella 3, Campanella 2 had 3 acts too, didn't it? Splunky's got 4. So, that game's avoided it, at least. Yep, there they are, it's round draw. round you'll survive through cunning, treachery, and luck, dispatching foes with orbs and relics that rely on well-placed crits and strategic status effects. Their starting relic is Round Your Eloquence, which just makes all attacks apply random debuff. Let's try him out. The only thing I'm allowed to select, more refresh. And it's Leshy. All my homies hate Leshy. So we also start with 3 Pebbles, but we also have the Evasive Maneuver, which gives us Ball Illusion, which is basically dodge. Too many shots. I got your shot right here. Yeah, Evasive Maneuver is solid. It's targeted and it lets you dodge. Liver failure. Reminds you should play Inscription. What, Leshy? Oops. Of course, we couldn't get a crit in a convenient location. We reload, they get to take an extra turn. Bonk. Alright, decent cash. Second Evasive Maneuver. I could reference Meech, but nobody here would know who Meech is. Where are we going? Still, the slimes have swords. And yet they wield them like professionals. How are we looking? We can get 2 chests to elite. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, we rooted that slime, so he's not allowed to go anywhere. We put an exploitable on that, which just means they take more damage from crits. Splat. We rolled poison, so that guy just dies. I think we're fine to just, like, look for money for the rest of our lives. The goblins cannot avoid capitalism. Third evasive? Probably not. Well, I mean, we could and attempt to turn this into a stupid dodge build. You also have Nimball. Small, adds 1 finesse for every 3 crits, triggered while the orb's in flight. Well, I only have 2 crits in my current plane of existence. Alright, yeah, we're gonna pull a Meech with this one. Lots of red slimes here, but we have bombs in the center. Okay. A valiant failure to hit even a single one of those bombs on the inside. There we go. Now we simply greed for our lives. Pouring from Ragnarok Online looking board here. Yeah, that's the silly slime, isn't it? Ouch. Alright, let us simply end it. Gain 1 finesse after attacking. Weak regular, massive crit can target any enemy. Crit attack is fired backwards from behind the enemy. Applies 1 exploitable. Greeding for a singular coin. His greed's unfathomable. Well, there goes, like, everyone. A turn of nothing because they weren't expecting everybody to be dead so quickly. Cash money. Alright, buddy, go ahead. Could take fight chest, or we could take chest question mark. Game's asking me if I'm sure about that one. What's in the box? I have turtle. Well, I mean, sure. And the question mark is a fight. Same as it ever was. There we go. Collecting quite frankly absurd amount of money from that level. How many coins we missed? Just 5. Okay, can you guys, like, get out of the way? Thank you. Alright, it's a slime line. We have 5 million targeted orbs. Alright, rooted that guy. Oops. Disconnected my controller very briefly. Go, my Peggle. Alright, rooted the guy so it can debridge us. All is as it should be. Greeting for more money with our ball lightning. It's part of why we paid for it. Retain 60% ball illusion when ball illusion triggers, and unused ball illusions retained between battles. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the relic that I was looking for. With my 500 evasive maneuver orbs. Okay, we definitely want to go straight left. As you can see, I still have 136 ball illusion. As you can see, the number only continues to increase. Okay, we finally triggered it. Alright, get me out. Going for the tried and true strategy of buffing things I have that are already very good. Plant obliteration. We don't care about plants. What have they ever done for us? Yeah, the fact that plants can fire from the back line can be kind of annoying, which is why it's nice that I have targeted orbs that allow me to say, what if you don't? Okay, terms accepted, I guess. Okay, now you die. Apply transference when drawn and on hit. Cauldron bubble. Finally, some AoE. Take the clean shot out. Hey, it's slime line again. Okay, I would have liked to hold some of that for Cauldron Bubble, but... Poison takes all them out, so it's just me and Big Man. Just gonna do that. Get my damage up. Heal 1 for every 15 pegs. Enemy resistances become weaknesses. Or pumpkin pie. Ball lightning is insane. It's kind of offset by it not doing a lot of raw damage, but it hits a lot of pegs. Gets a lot of money. Alright, one more fight. Yeah, case in point regarding hitting a lot of pegs. Like, oops. Hitting a lot of pegs is perfect considering you're going to be healing for free. Yeah, that's also pretty good. Splat. Fourth evasive maneuver. I was hoping for a bit more than 2 coins, but go off. Alright, I don't actually know what Leshy's like on Crucible Zero. Do you still do the stupid Vine malarkey? Yes. Oh yeah, I have Ball Illusion Loser. Another thing Ball Lightning is good for, getting rid of the vines. Ball Illusion plus free healing equals winning, you think? As long as I can maintain the Ball Illusion. Ouchie. Go my Pine Cone. Somehow shattering every single vine with that shot. The moral of the story is that it's Leshy and you aren't allowed to get away with everything forever. Every attack's a crit. Convert every 8 pegs hit to temp crits. Doesn't activate crits on hit. Status effects I apply have 2 times intensity, but all attacks are minus 10. Every requires 2 additional copies, but they deal half damage, rounded down and only can be fired in 4 directions. All pegs have durable. And leave the rest for later, again. That's the Paintress. I don't know what her actual name is. Finally, my AoE. And exact damage. Reorbanizer. That's not funny because it doesn't have duplication potion though. Okay, where are we actually going? Looks like to the right. Can't believe you haven't even finished a game yet and you're already thinking about Meat of the Hollow or in other games. The brain rot strikes hard and it strikes fast. Trust me, I know. Inferno jump scare. Take mild damage. Where are my crits? Over there, apparently. Let's go. Sadly, it was not enough to prevent the nuclear bomb that is this guy's crossbow from going off. Frick. Singular coin, all is as it should be. Bonk. Left-hand combat's going pretty well so far, yeah. Singular coin. Excellent. I think we hold for our shop. Wasting all of my ball illusion on this random navigation. Those cubes. Like I never even took damage. That's mini wall. Do I have the damage to be dealing with this guy? Imagine fusing Jack Orb with Ball Lightning. Well, that's basically all the bombs and money off the board, which is exactly what I was hoping for. was hoping for a little bit more than that. Put that ball illusion to good use by not getting smacked by this wall. Against all odds, hitting that crit. I discard that for my 3/8 maneuver orb. I choose 8. And that's game. First time each battle you evade an attack, gain 100 ball illusion. Collected coins carry damage, prevent first loss of health. Well, I have a lot of ball illusion generation, so let's generate more ball illusion so we can generate more ball illusion. Take our singular coin and leave. What you got? Gain more ball illusion. All ball illusion gain is doubled, but you lose twice as much. I should probably actually look at these two. Okay, I've looked decided that I don't care. You get out of my deck. You get in my deck. Now we're into the issue of, can I do this navigation? The answer's no. Missed out on a question mark. Redouble it. Whenever you evade, convert 2 pegs to temp crits. I mean, by all means. It's a mini wall again. Of course, both of my crits are on the very bottom. Narrow avoidance. Bit of a late response, but is that cheating in real in response to me taking a chain of reaction? Infinite ball illusion. Or something. Yes. Excellent. Doing that specifically to farm more money. I think I'll take a second one of those. Heavy shaft potion, or light shaft potion. Turn my refreshes into crits and my crits into refreshes. Or take 1/1 on my attacks. Well, I have 5 million refreshes on the board and only 3 crits. Excellent. Hi, Reggie. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well, I'd say. Also, oh my goodness, he's not wearing any pants. I don't think any of them do. Hi, BJ. We are playing Peglin. By popular demand, and by popular, I mean Gruselgurk. Remember I said they gave this game to me. How am I liking it? Well, it's pretty silly. I'm a general roguelike fan, so I'd say I'm having a pretty good time with it. We'll buff that one. We'll greed for a singular coin. It's the mini wall for a third time. There are other elites on this act, you know, just in case you were wondering. Like there's like Nightline. There's like the knights the big knight with like the laser mirror. I think there's also like a wizard dude. Oh, wait, there's more than just this fellow. Though it's nice to see him again. Wants to be on the team or something. Amazing, you're so glad you can't run into multiple of the same elite and slave Spire 2. Yeah, imagine, like, suffering through Burdanis 3 times in one floor. Or one act. Perhaps we should actually deal some damage to this guy. You know, at some point. Or worse, Entomancer. If you could run the Entomancer multiple times in Act 2, I think I'd just uninstall the game. I'm not dealing with that. No shot. Whatever, go my Jackorb Lantern. Taking this shot as an excuse to drink some water. All is as it should be. Every shot's a crit below 50 health. Every enemy starts with 3 exploitable. Every 3 times the crit is triggered, gain 1 spin-S. Ooh. Well, I have a... Is that heavy shaft or light shaft? Light shaft. So my R's are crits, so like... For once in our lives, we have scaling. I say as if this isn't the second run I've ever done in my life. Make the enemies explode. I intend to. The bad news is that destroying those paintings causes poison pegs to be scattered on the board. Which give you poison when you trigger them. We've already got a 2 spin-S. Four spin-S. What happened to Adeline from Kirby? Bad stuff. She doesn't like to talk about it. Yeah, so now I have Spin-S is increasing my damage on crits, and I also have managed to use Round's Eloquence to apply Exploitable to Adeline. Exploitable just making your crits do more damage. Oh, collect your first monster trading card. Yeah, so we're crits on crits on crits. Casual nearly 1k. However, believe me that the numbers in this game can get higher. Pigment of Imagination, so that's what the name is. Never, like, watched anyone, like, go through the monster manual. So I've always just kind of known her as the painter. Sealed Conviction. Gain 3 ball imps, but -1 discards. Every 3 pegs hit, it gives explosive force till the board's refreshed. Safety pegulations. We pierce more, but bombs deal less damage. Or summon a round squirrel onto the pegboard whenever 30 pegs are hit. Destroyed after 100 uses. I mean, that seems like reasonable enough. We got a discount multi-ball. Oh yeah, you take half damage from targeted. Man, if only I had taken the thing that turns resistances into weaknesses. Whatever. Cookie, heal 1 every time the board's refreshed. Okay, so we got dinner and dessert. Learn to kill. Kinda wanna just take this Spintress payment into the question marks. OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. Man, not again. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Too many rappers in the city, not enough MCs. More like learn to kill your internet. Many are saying this. Ambiguous amulet. Rubby gloves. Strange brew. I'd love to get strange brew, considering I have 5 million refreshes on the board, but well, I mean, I'll take that too. Plus $41. Duplicate all orbs. Doing it for the content. The exact opposite direction I was hoping going, but we're getting even more money now. And Get Me Out from Cyber Owls. Okay, it's the ghost again. You're more surprised my internet just spontaneously dies instead of it crumbling from streaming at 1080p? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's fine with everything else. Now imagine the damage we'd be dealing if we had gotten Strange Brew, so all of these were proccing 3 times. Goodbye. Wherever they move, they leave a stationary copy at their previous position. Hey, that's the thing that I was joking about earlier. That's not it. You definitely just want to head left. There are $3 million. So I mean, may say that was better directed onto the slime, and you'd probably be correct. But whatever. Just consider it to be more scaling. Fuck this mushroom in particular. Yeah. Spintress payment. And down and out. What's in the box? Navigation inflation. Sure, let's put more money in my wallet. What you got? Whenever you evade, gain spin S. Whenever you reload, equal 10. Taking it for the comedy. Yeah, it is good to kill the mushrooms because they buff enemies that walk through them. Doing so as gratuitously as I did was probably a bit unneeded, though. Go my AoE. Simply hold on to my money to make the rich richer. I'm going to make Spintress payment really stupid because it'd be funny. Going to force a singular pebble into that Orbalisk. Whenever a crit's triggered, apply a random debuff to the target enemy. Okay, buddy. You just win. Yeah. This is just like a comedy run. They're just handing it to me. Now we get to increase all of these debuffs on this guy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, or does it only do it when you fire? Maybe not. Whatever. Mentally willing all of my enemies to explode with the power of poison. Go my Spintress payment. Sadly, summoned a friend that bodyguarded him, but whatever, it was still funny. You just win. That's Crucible 1 unlocked for Round Jewel as well. Final HP 100 out of 100. Gee, I wonder why. Essentially, we have not unlocked another new character. Probably because Bulwark is something I think legally Round Jewel doesn't get. I think. Yeah, so our Crucibles are just our Ascensions. Start each one with an additional Pebble. Pebbles are -0, -1 damage. Yeah, we'll try another run. The runs are going a little bit quicker than I expected. I think I was expecting to be like a Metroid Fusion randomizer tier 2 per. Well, that's one plant taken care of. Excellent. Yeah, the game may seem easy now, but I've seen later Crucibles, things can get rough. Now, as always, money is a thing that we enjoy having, so we should take some time to get some. You just meant that run in particular? Yeah, that run just was silly with it. What do we have? Dagorb, Infernorb, Ruborb, and Circe. Huh. Only gets normal damage, no crit damage. Which seems mildly concerning that it's seeing as how it's multi-ball, so it'd probably be very easy to trigger more crits. We'll take the silly. Cash money. Holding off on all these bombs until we get more slimes on the board, just in case. Okay, it's more slimes. Okay, once we've actually accidentally won the combat. My bad. Destroys each bag and attacks all enemies. Oh my Gorb is something that I'm pretty sure you have to spec around. Anyway, Ball Lightning's here, and we love Ball Lightning. What do we have here? Dance activates each peg twice, targets any enemy, gains finesse, or Snowball. The Mujo Texto. I don't think that's worked any time I've tried it, so why do I continue? Oh, it's the slime tree. Yeah, so this guy just spawns, like, slimes every turn. Costs the dear friend a little bit of health to do, but let's see if I can do that opening that Mouse Master always yaps about. Nudging my D-pad until I get that to happen. Yeah, I don't think I can nudge my way onto that crit. Go, my snowball. Projectile attacks have overflow, and applying negative status effects. 2 additional refresh. Well, this is a very projectile-heavy build so far. You think God is real because such a beautiful game would never have been made without their grace? Damn. We have deep conversations in this stream, sometimes. That's exactly the direction I wish to go, of course. Navigating around that crit like a champ. Been lurking for a bit. What'd you miss? The end of last run, also my internet crashing, and just the beginning of this run. But there goes most of the sports money. In a good way, of course. Bonk. Okay, where are we going this time? To the left. Thread the needle. Slime line. Sadly, we drew our big AoE first. So now we simply cry. I mean, good enough, I guess. spreading that huge 3 damage. Finally, some actual utility out of my Overwhammer. I say as if it's not entirely my fault and hasn't been getting utilized to its fullest potential. Popping corn again. DBH just feels like a game that could have been made for the Nintendo DS. There's a Tumblr post that I saw that like made mock-ups of like games like Baba's U, Deltarune, Balatro, as if they were running on a 3DS. It's honestly a pretty cool post. Well, I think I literally have it like copy-pasted somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I want to go left. Yeah, I feel like this game would work. I mean, there were already actual Peggle games on the 3DS, I'm pretty sure. If this game was made for Atari, you think gaming would be in a better place now? I don't know if the Atari could handle this. Help. Yeah, I was having trouble getting that off my screen. Send that over there for some coins. Reminded of Puzzle and Dragons for the 3DS. A game I've only ever heard of because there was a Mario crossover. Still don't actually know a lot about it. Orbrasion. Yo, those are cool. You like the Super Metroid mockup a lot? Yeah, it's a pretty good post. Alright, Concentrication. Now's your chance to not screw me over. We're still going to the left, I believe. Yeah, we can go either way, but... The DS made better use of 2 screens than the Wii U. Game Ball Illusion for every coin collected, or more refresh. I'll take the refresh. Thank you very much. Boink. Dang, I was hoping that would have hit 15 pegs by that point. You had some fun with Nintendo Land, but that's because you had nothing better to do. I will shill Nintendo Land till the day I die. And you can quote me on that. Alright, go, my Concentrication. Don't screw this up. Anyway, yeah, Concentrication is a Glock. Starting to try and hit the bombs. Successfully detonated 0 out of 3. Try that again. Dust boot. Okay, that angle's not gonna work. Still waiting for a good Wii U emulator to play Metroid Blast. One day, man. Oh my goodness, can I... Please. I beg of thee. Oh, well, that's just bad aim on my part. Take my Batwing. Nintendo Land's easily the best use of the Wii gamepad. Legally it had to be, seeing as it was like the bundle pack and launch title. If it wasn't a good use of the Wii U gamepad, then there would have been an issue, I'm pretty sure. You got that SMBU bundle? Me too. Actually, wait, no, I didn't. That didn't exist. I'm pretty sure I just got the classic black Wii U. White Wii U's don't exist. They're a myth. At least you do on Nintendo Land now. Good. Thank you, Webwood style. You want to play a Zelda game for Nintendo Land? Are you a bow user, sword user, or both? Both. Good. That's the only way to play, is by appreciating both sides. I was also both main for Metroid Blast. Let me say, controlling a gunship takes some getting used to, but it is very fun. You should get around to playing the single-player stuff sometime. You should. Or at least play the multiplayer games in single-player mode. You know, the co-op ones. Can we actually hit a refresh, please? Or bomb, that's also acceptable. Me and my ugly board that I refuse to clean up. Never mind, it fixed itself. Bow had a lot of cheese. Bow was a lot of hanging back and just like poking your enemies constantly. And let me say, I do vibe with that sort of gameplay. Attacks get an increasing damage multiplier based on the number of pegs hit or removed pegs. For every 2 health lost, add 1 coin to the board. Whenever you reload, gain 2 ball imps. Literally doesn't matter. Three orbs fall into the slime. Oh no, my pebble! A clearing. A strong monster. Oh, good. Ball imps mentioned? I'll stop. I don't even know what you're referencing. TBQH. Oh, buddy. Is this like one of your cult classic games that nobody's ever heard of that you turn into an unskippable cutscene for? Because I know how that feels. Well, sort of hoping to not detonate every single bomb on this playfield, but I mean, we'll live with it. You're missing out. Yo, can we stop getting exactly that launch? Go, my concentrication. Excellent. That's one of the funniest descriptions you've heard. Well, I mean, I know how it feels. Game that you want to yap about constantly, but nobody will ever care. Just how it be sometimes. KO. Critzobalos. Reorbanizer. Ballad. Another Rum Orb. Eventually invest more in my future. When an enemy spawns Game Ball Illusion, attacks gain 1/1. Whenever you trigger a crit, deal damage to all enemies equal to 2 times the orb's crit. We'll keep it simple, stupid. Ow. Trying to think of any cult classics off the top of my head. Like, legally speaking, I don't think Little Big Planet carding counts. Of course, on my dagger turn, all my crits are on the other side. Go, my Bucklorb. Sadly, slime does not count as pegs, so I don't actually get any ball walk going for that. LVK is underrated. I love my mod nation. Ball glorp. Oh yeah, you need to test LVP? Yeah, now that you've got your new computer going. It is Little Big Planet time. Yeah, the glorps also don't trigger lightning. All my homies hate glorp. Not the cat, just the glorp as a mechanic in this game. Anyway, now that we're inside the slime, we take more damage. Bro hits us with the sick abdominal crunch. He gets an extra hit off on us because reload. Giant slimes have one attack and one attack only. Their attack is being a giant slime. Schlorp. Chat, do we get out of this one alive? Okay, yeah, we do. Go, my foot. Slime boss. Balestra. Gain must circle. And also give him a circle to enemies, though. Probably not because I'm mildly spec'd into crits. Mildly. Yay, 2-3. Attacks and bombs deal 2 times damage, but you deal 3 self-damage. Explosive force. Viridian Trinket. Gravity's reversed, but ceiling bounce is massively increased and orbs pass through pegs while traveling downwards. Attacks deal 2 times damage, but every activated peg gets downgraded -3. Keep it simple, stupid. It's Painter again. Man, this dude. Bro and his stupid ass shield. Go, my bombs. Yeah, I think I forgot that they changed Bucklorb to not hit all grounded enemies. I missed that already. Okay, where are we going? Got decent money, so we could hit a hard right, go to the shop in Elite. Let us attempt that. Oh, well, this is a great encounter to be running into. Though considering I have popping corn, things could be a lot worse, I guess. Anyway, you die instantly. I think both of you also die instantly now. Yeah. Just complain, and then things will go your way anyway. Plus 13 coins off of that. Big value. Can we please get one bomb? Yeah. So all of that dagger doesn't go into his shield. Oh, right, Overwhamer. Whatever. Everything's working out anyway. Kinetic Meteorite plus Rub Orb. And I haven't even upgraded this. This is still level 1 bounciness. Flubber one. I think that was the boss of First World. Bonk. And scene. We hold on to our cash like greedy, grubby little peglins. Let's go, we actually got the snowball to be large for once. Strike! Yeah, now we're playing Peglin bowling. And all is as it should be. Not going for the kill so that I can grab some cash with these 2 ball lightnings. Ouch. Acceptable. Alright, what are you selling? Enhanced gunpowder. Bad cheese. Salt shaker, I have no max health increase. Removing specifically that pebble. Taking that as an emergency deterrent or something. Oh my goodness, it's the mini wall. You just can't get enough of this guy. Whatever. Go. A third of your health bar. Oh, that was even more damage than I thought it was. Oops. That must have been a bag of orange pegs or something. Because I'm pretty sure I was looking at that number vaguely correctly. Anyway, you perish now. Every 11 coins is a crit. Sure, more healing. We love our healing. What's in the box? As you continue on your path, you nearly trip into a lone rainbow slime drop. Expecting a battle, you begin to ready your defenses when the slime starts to speak to you. Hey, wait, I'm by myself and I'm completely out of coins. Maybe we can help each other out instead? Sure, I'll take a cheap removal. Now I've got to go catch up to my friends. Goodbye. What a silly guy. Well, it did say we were kind of a crit build, so... What do we have going on here? Okay, I was hoping for a little bit more than literally just that. Kick. Good, I was afraid that we were going to be stuck there with no refresh. His greed's insatiable, but I mean I profited. Oh, it's a nightline. Thank you, my overwhelmer, for not making that shot a complete bust. Because without it, all of that would have just gone into that one singular shield. getting rid of the mage because I don't care about them. By which I mean I do care about them, and they should not exist. I care about them in the sense that they are a priority target. I don't care about them in the sense that they annoy me. The bouncy ball moves like SpongeBob tripping in the first episode. I have to rewatch it, I don't remember that. I assume we're speaking help wanted here. Bonk. Yeah. Activate crits also refresh. When applying Tangle to an enemy, apply 10 Darkness. When applying Darkness to a non-tangled enemy, apply Tangled 1. Every enemy starts with 3 exploitable. Didn't get any coins, but considering my current coin count, perhaps it's for the best. Go my Overwhammer. Excellent. Right, we don't have ludicrous scaling this time, but we do have silly singular hits. See how the painter feels about this. Nearly 500 on the first shot. Terms accepted. Excellent. Defeat the Pigment of Imagination without destroying any paintings. Yeah, I guess we did do that, didn't we? Your current shot's total damage is dealt to the enemy. Target the enemy every 3 coins collected, but you can no longer obtain coins from pegboards. Gone. Just like that SpongeBob episode. Yeah, she was so gone that... like, even if I'd completely hit no pegs on my first shot, that still overkilled her with that damage. I don't think I care about any of this. Without a trace. It's Minesweeper again. There are other final bosses. There's the Treasure Dragon, and then there's is there a third one? Oh yeah, there's the QR code. All the world's riches are mine to keep. All or nothing. I think we hold for the shop. Thank you, my bulwark. Bulwark, rather. Nice. I just take a straight shot to the left. Oh yeah, there's a snowball on my deck. I feel like I haven't seen you in years. Too busy getting silly with it. Well, no more of that thing. Oops. Where's my damage? There it is. Once more in a state of mind where I think I don't care about any of that. Oh, it's handstand guy. That's a lot of balls. Pegs? I have about 11 balls. But there certainly are a lot of pegs going on here. Well, that was abysmal. That was also abysmal. Come on, where's my gravity? There's my gravity. Where's my gravity when I'm playing Super Mario Galaxy? Gonna get eaten? Who, me? By the handstand man? It's beginning to look a bit more plausible. Because I forgot the part where I'm supposed to deal damage. Fortunately, we've remedied that. Getting eaten currently in progress. Ouch. Now see, we're fine. Hero's Backpack. Non-Pebble orbs gain +1/+2 for every other orb of the same type owned. Attacks apply 1 exploitable to enemies or 2 on crit. Deal extra damage the longer your orbs are in flight. Well, we are doing a lot of flying. Alright, what can we buy for $272? Not a lot to be QH. Take the Strange Brew. Basic Blade. For the road. That because there's still flying enemies in my plane of existence. Yeah, I had no hope for wherever I was going. An Inferno ignites around you. Bye, loser. Where do we want to go? Let's just go down and then to the right and hit these 2 chests. Unfortunately, the downside of kinetic meteorite rears its head, and that's that I have no idea where I'm going. By the way, hi Fuchsia, I should probably say hi. Hello. How are you doing? See, there's my damage. Hi-lo, and welcome to the Muppet Show. Well, I mean, I guess. Start battle, gain 1 must circle. Thing is, even though we're legally speaking a crit build. Ooh, we won the chest minigame. Pincer maneuver, or crits malos. Take the silly puppet because it's silly. Do you crave power, little Peglin? Would you like to make a deal? I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for an infernal ingot. My ball goes somewhere if I shoot it. It went down. I mean, that is somewhere. No lies were told. Sliming imminent. Now wait a minute. Somehow managing perfect block with my singular source of bulwark. Are they even big enough for that? No, they just punch you. Boot. Also, you guess that's just what we call getting engulfed by a slime. I mean, it is what it is. You're a little surprised slimes can punch. They've been working out. You've always imagined it was like getting hit in the face with a water balloon. Thank you, Pocket Watch. Except instead of rubber and water, it's jello. I see. Spin down. Go, my Puck Lord. These ice pourings don't stand a chance. You're not even the first person to bring up pourings this stream. Bridget, now's your chance. Big fish. Orbs that are larger than the standard orb size deal damage equal to the number of owned large orbs. That's like Snowball and Legally and Bunklord. Also, you think you mentioned this in the stream, but you always imagine they fall apart or dissolve in water. Super drowning seals. Yeah, you've mentioned that. Yeah, I think it's just for filibuster then. Any crit pegs in the house? There's one. Got it. That's half of your health bar already. Also Minesweeper? Yeah, it's Minesweeper. I guess they wanted to be silly with it, because, you know, Peggle's a classic computer game, Minesweeper's a classic computer game, or something. Also, yeah, they are, in fact, evil goblins. Peglins that oppose yours truly. They go splat perfectly well, though. Excellent. That's exactly what I hoped for from my big, silly rubber ball. Anyway, Minesweeper's dead. What even is the story? Honestly, I'm not sure if one could even say there is one outside of Act 4. Is it because you're plotting against the Peggle Goblin King? I don't know. Maybe there's some in the Monster Manual that I haven't actually looked at. GG, nicely done. Thank you. Happy Peglin Limes. That run was even shorter than the last one, which was shorter than the last one. By like a minute and a half. That is, this one was like a minute and a half shorter. Yeah, how does the Encyclopedia feel about this? Explain to me how you feel, Super Sapper. Yeah, I don't know if there's lore. Apparently it's something about a dragon bullying the Peglin, at least according to TV tropes. Does the bestiary say anything about the player Peglin? I don't think we're in here. I think this is just, people that we hate. Damn, I could have gotten that. We're not beast. True. Oh, by the way, Radia, Absorber of Radia is like a secret Act 4 thing. Spoiler. Yeah. I'm definitely enjoying this game. I don't know if it's going to become a stream regular, but it's definitely a solid title, I will say. It's getting a little bit late, but I kind of don't want to end immediately. I'm mildly contemplating just streaming Get Me Out from Cyber Owls for like half an hour or something. Now we get a Metroid Archie, right? Not at this time of day. If I'd only done 2 runs of Peglin, then perhaps, but... You played Peak yesterday and you won't be playing it all the time, but you got it in your back pocket. It's nice to have other games you can play. Yeah, the plot twist is that this was still actually a part UFO 50 stream. We end not yet. We end when I say we end. You'll get to bully or convince me to stream something you don't know what yet. I don't know what you would bully me into streaming. Getting a message from the 50 UFOs. They said they knew deep down that Get Me Out from Cyber Owls would be your favorite game. Also, yeah, I haven't had the music on for a while. Because, you know, the song's nice, but... honestly, it is getting a little bit lonely. What if we turn on some of my random music playlist? Things are being improvised. I think I have a plan. Where's my Master Blast yet? Mission complete. You go and grab that chocolate milkshake? By all means. Some songs in here may or may not end up sounding familiar from going live music. Mission complete. I'm so glad that there's someone on YouTube who backed up as much LBP custom music as they could. Lord bless their soul. Right? Yeah. Like, I just went, like, I think it's been like 2 years now, I just went on a spree of adding Master Blastia songs to my general music playlist. There's so much amazing custom LVP music that was awesome, you were worried that all of it would be lost to time. I know Master Blastia has a YouTube. I don't think they've uploaded everything that they ever made, but I know they uploaded some of it, and they're still uploading new compositions that they've made in LBP.
Mission complete.
I love it when the enemies simply deal with each other. Makes you glad that Stop Killing Games is getting legal traction. Yeah.
Mission complete.
All is as it should be. Loser.
Mission complete.
Second party member. It keeps happening. Sometimes all you can do when an enemy starts pursuing you is run away with your tail between your legs. Legally speaking, you know, I was Octavio, I had the help, I could have meleeed him, but I'm also lazy.
Mission complete.
Oops. No fear.
Mission complete.
Taking that one I deemed to be acceptable to kill like 700 enemies in a row. Wow, that was smooth. Huxley is probably the easiest Cyber Owl to play as in Get Me Out from Cyber Owls. Huge line? Yeah. Huge lines of enemies are Octavio's strength. You deal 2 damage with everyone who gets shoved. You deal both 2 damage if they hit someone, and Like, if they hit someone and that knocks them into someone else, they take 2 more damage. So, Octavio, he has no ranged options, but he can shove enemies, and that's kind of like a ranged option if you squint your eyes. You do enjoy seeing a game where the side mode ends up being more fun than the main game? Yeah, that is my life with Get Me Out from Cyber Owls. Like, you know, Cyber Owls on its own. You know, it's a passable, competently made game, but Get Me Out. Get Me Out is where it sings. Also, what track is this? This is Into the Abyss, still by Master Blastia. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Would have worked if I hadn't taken the one before. I have been just playing this offline. Still haven't improved my streak past the, like, 170 something that I was at before.
Mission complete.
Yo, they archive Buddy Destructions tracks. I see that you're looking through Little Big Audio now too, huh? Yep. Yeah, we've got someone else here who can appreciate LBP music. BD was the GOAT, at least of the musicians you'd heard of. His name sounds vaguely familiar. I don't quite remember if I know as many Buddy Destruction songs as I do from some other musicians, but I know that Master Blastia made a lot of the songs that were used in Chug. And this is the part where I brag about that time I got 2nd place in a high score competition in Little Big Planet 2. Back in holiday season 2014. It was like January 2014. Yo, nice, 2014. Yeah, this is back when the DC Comics pack was new.
Complete.
You're dying fast? You're dying at the appropriate pace for your species.
Mission complete.
Alright, approach me, loser. Alright, I know I've used this one as a Go Live song before.
Mission complete.
This one also Master Blast you? Yes, I literally went through like the entire playlist that Little Big Audio had of Master Blast you, and I ended up adding like 100 songs. They're all consecutive.
Mission complete. Mission complete. Mission complete.
By the way, I'm simply assuming the audio balance is fine.
Mission complete. Mission complete.
I'm always very amused when the game just gives you levels where you can do nothing like that.
Mission complete. Mission complete. Mission complete. Mission complete. Mission complete. Mission complete.
Dang. Moments like that are when I hate being Octavia. Anyway, I think that's enough. Time filled. Who's live? I see someone right here. How about some Marathon Man? Currently streaming some Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Jimbo, if you're still here, you may wish to abscond from the premises, seeing as you're currently playing through that game. Lol. Yeah. Thanks everyone for sticking around for the inaugural, possibly to be followed up in the future, Peglin stream. And the random bout of Get Me Out from Cyberells that I attached to the end of it. Thanks for being here and chilling, hanging out, chatting. Look forward to seeing me next Saturday night like usual. Peace out, everyone.